Hello, Leo. Welcome. Thank you for being here. There's going to be a general read from who you're dealing with and what their intentions are towards you. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at THEYRE Tarot. She review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Whoa. What an energy, Leo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know why I just had that thought. We'll see if it's, if it kind of, what's the word? If it's relevant to the energy, or if I'm just energetically someplace else, Leo. Don't know. We'll see. Kind of like what I'm sensing from this initial energy, kind of carried through this. I'm like, huh. We'll see. Goodness. Yeah, I keep seeing that. Ooh. What is that? Goodness gracious. What is that? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Energetically speaking, someone's shouting out, "You coming with, or you staying behind?" Which one is it? You coming with, or you staying behind? Which one? You coming with us, or you gonna stay here? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It makes me think of like one of those scenes in the movies where like someone's getting on a ferry, one of those boats that they did use a ferry to get across a body of water, usually to an island or usually to another location or vice versa. Um, but it's kind of like point A to point B, and someone's already on the boat, and someone's like on the dock, kind of like either standing on the dock or they're running towards the boat, or it's kind of like there's some sort of dialogue at that place. The dock and the boat or the ferry. It's like, well, okay, whatever this transition is, or whatever this crossing over is, or this point A to point B, this trip, or this so-called bridge. You can kind of call it that, even though it's not technically a bridge. It's just point A to point B. But whatever this is about, you coming with or you staying behind. What I'm energetically looking at is someone who is on the dock or on, let's just say the pier, whichever one you want to refer to this as, Leo. They're kind of like on the pier, and so that means energetically, Leo, you're on the boat. Saying and they're standing on the dock or the pier, and you're kind of slowly beginning to, I don't know if it's either depart, go on your own way, travel, do something, go someplace, or things are just in motion. I don't know. But whatever this is, they got a lot going on right now. Something tells me that, energetically speaking, there is already some sort of gap or growing distance between the two of you. And because this is happening, there, once again, I'll make the joke about the meme, calculus thought bubbles go math, calculus, thought bubbles going bonkers and going crazy, internally speaking for them. And they're like, and they're kind of having that energetic freeze moment of like, I don't know what that growing distance is all about, but it's an energy of they're kind of like having to literally, posture, hold and keep their posture, compose themselves, and kind of stand tall. I'm gonna say, and this is a situation that is clearly a difficult situation or clearly difficult circumstance between the two of you. And that's what's interesting is even though one person is moving or one person's in motion energetically, the other person may be standing still for the example, but internally there's so much going on and so much rushing around within them that they're just kind of like, they're kind of beginning to feel that internal like pressure, like 1,000 pounds sitting on their chest. Like, oh my goodness. It's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Be cool, be calm, be cool, be calm. And mentally it's like, find your happy place. Find your cave. Go to your cave. And whatever this is between the two of you, this is clearly something that it's just kind of like they are understanding, they are realizing, great. I'm losing either. Geez, it energetically feels as if they're losing you, Leo, but they're gaining space and distance between you. Go figure. Let's play with words here today. They're losing something with you. It feels like they're losing like, chunks of the situation, but they're gaining distance and separation and distance from you. And whatever this change or this fluctuation is, but it's kind of like, interestingly enough, the distance is getting bigger, the separation is getting bigger, but not a good way. Not a good way. They feel like they have less and less of you, but they have more distance between you. I don't know what that is or where, I don't know where you're going, Leo, but clearly you're going somewhere. I don't understand though, like why there's this kind of like energetically, they really kind of self aware, like check themselves, like very much so checking themselves. It's kind of like, damn. It's almost like a reality check. You know what they say? You don't know what you got until it's gone. You don't know what you have or who you have until they're gone. And then it kind of life takes place and it gives you that perspective of like, damn. There's that comparison and there's that contrast of I know what it used to be like when we were sitting right next to each other, and now life is giving them the perspective of like, and now they're nowhere to be found or they're out of sight completely. But yet, so very close, so very close. There's a Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. And there's a Five of Cups reversed. I don't know what's going on with like everyone, and I say everyone so far because you're 3 out of 3 today, Leo, for who everyone's dealing with or asking about. Seven of Swords seems to be an energy that's like, oh, there it is again. 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 No shit. No shit. That is something else. That is something else. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I'm looking at a contradiction here. What's that movie? Crank. The movie Crank with Jason Stratham or Stratham. Forget how you pronounce his last name. Crank. It's funny. Funny movie. Um, he tells him because of what happens to him. Well, I'm not going to ruin the movie, but in other words, he can't stop moving. What I don't understand is like I said, why there's like that hesitation or why there's like this allowance of that gap or that distance or space between the two of you to grow. I don't understand like why there's that, but then at like contradictingly, they're showing me like they're trying to kind of like slow this down, and it's like, and that's what that Seven of Swords is like. What do you mean? I don't understand that. That's that Seven of Swords energy of like because something is not going your way, because you don't have enough money to afford those swords, traditional right of wage, you're going to steal those swords from the camp. It's not even a situation of like you get it, they're starving, they need to eat. No, this is an energy of they are doing something sneaky and shady for something that could possibly do damage. It's a sword. You could use it for defense or you could use it for offense. But it's a double-edged sword and it's a very slippery slope. They don't have to do it, but they're doing it. And it's only because they're only doing this is because emotionally speaking, that water that they're looking at, they just can't seem to get over, which is weird because it's kind of like they allowed you, Leo, to go across that water, and now they're looking at the water like they got a problem with the water. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Swing your sword at the water? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it's one of those situations where it does feel like it's a little bit like misdirected anger, misdirected thoughts, misdirected. You get it. This energy and this perspective towards themselves, they're taking it out on the environment, they're taking it out on the circumstances, and it's like for some reason you had no problem checking yourself over here, but then as things move forward and progressed, it's kind of like you forgot to check yourself over here. This is like check yourself, check yourself, check yourself, check yourself before you wreck yourself or do something stupid that you're going to regret later on. No regrets. I don't know what that is, but that's a regret. That's a huge regret, and I don't understand like why it seems like it's misplaced. Like you're being sneaky and shady, Crosswatcher, but yet at the same time, simultaneously, it's because there's something that you can't get over and you can't let go, or there's something you can't face or realize within yourself of what you may have done, what you may have felt, what you may have thought, what you may have tried to control, because that's the Seven of Swords, is control. Hmm. We'll see. Bye.